Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news. But first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. LeBron James is flirting with retirement, and at 40 years old, he is playing at a high level, something that very few NBA players can achieve. But time passes and he will play at most one more season, and the Lakers will continue to be the place for big stars, and some players are in the Lakers' sights to play with Luka Doncic, mainly defensive players. And a young star who is playing for the Memphis Grizzlies, and is a great defender and a high-level and very versatile player. Rumors: Lakers want to sign a new star to play with Luka Doncic, and Jaren Jackson Jr. is one of the favorites. The Los Angeles Lakers are in one of the strangest predicaments in the entire NBA. The team is currently trying to win a title, but the age difference between their two stars is massive. Forward LeBron James is 40 years old, while guard Luka Doncic is 25. James has discussed retirement in each of the past few off-seasons, so his time in the NBA is coming to an end soon. This has the Lakers thinking toward the future while also trying to preserve enough to heavily compete in the present. But once James does call it a career, who could replace him as the star next to Doncic? Here are 3 options that Los Angeles could consider. 3. Nikola Jokic, Denver Nuggets. This seems to be a stretch since it's likely Jokic will play his entire career in Denver, but weirder things have happened before. Jokic and Doncic have talked about their desire to play together in the past, and what better place to do it than in Los Angeles. Jokic would be 32 years old when his contract expires, but he would still likely be very effective. The multiple-time MVP could bring a new era of Showtime to the city of LA and help the Lakers go after a few titles alongside Doncic. 2. Jaren Jackson Jr., Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have a big decision to make on Jackson Jr. this offseason, and if they were to decide not to offer him an extension, his future with the team could be murky. Jackson Jr. could pair nicely alongside Doncic, giving the Lakers a star big man. Jackson Jr. can space the floor well, while also providing some of the best defense inside the painted area. His contract expires following next season, so if the two sides can't come to terms on a deal, Jackson Jr. could seek a trade. The Lakers could look to acquire him this way or wait until free agency to outright sign him. 1. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Milwaukee Bucks. Antetokounmpo is likely the Lakers' prime target to replace James, and for good reason. The Bucks star would complement Doncic extremely well and give Los Angeles a lethal duo to work with. The forward would provide extreme defensive ability and athleticism to this Lakers team to pair with the scoring ability of Doncic. Antetokounmpo has 2 more years on his current contract before he can become a free agent. With Milwaukee having an aging roster, Antetokounmpo could look elsewhere to continue his NBA career. The duo of Antetokounmpo and Doncic could be one of the best ever, making this idea a real possibility over the next few seasons. Dirk Nowitzki admits Luka Doncic was pretty down after trade to Lakers. The rippling effects of the Dallas Mavericks trading Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers are still being felt weeks after the blockbuster move, as fans from both teams look ahead to uncertain futures for their respective organizations. One lifelong Mavericks fan and franchise legend was Dirk Nowitzki, who showed up to Doncic's first game as a Laker earlier this month. Nowitzki opened up about his reaction to the shocking trade on 96.7 The Ticket on Friday and revealed that he found out the news while vacationing with his family in the Maldives. Like nearly everyone else, he really couldn't believe it. The Mavericks great went on to talk about his text thread with Doncic and how he wanted to support the All-Star guard in the next chapter of his NBA career. "We texted a bit. Of course I felt a little disappointed and sad for him, you know. I think he obviously didn't see this coming," Nowitzki said. "So he invited me to come out to his first game in LA, and I felt like I had to support him. I think he was, it was reported that he was pretty down and disappointed in how it went down, and so I wanted to be there for him. I wanted to be there for his family. I'm sure he wanted to finish his career like I did." Doncic has appeared in 3 games for the Lakers so far, but has struggled with his production, as well as with turnovers, having only recently returned to the court following his calf injury. The 25-year-old will likely continue building chemistry with ball-dominant teammate LeBron James and will get his first chance to prove the doubters in Dallas organization wrong with the highly anticipated Lakers-Mavericks matchup coming up next Tuesday. Regardless of what happens in that game, Doncic will always have one die-hard fan for life. At the end of the day, I'll never be a Lakers fan, but I'll always be a Luka fan, Nowitzki said. Austin Reaves explains how this year's Lakers are different than previous teams. Following a big road win against the Blazers, Austin Reaves broke down why this season's Lakers are different than past purple and gold teams. There were many reasons the Lakers' win over the Blazers on Thursday was impressive. On top of it being on the road on the second night of a back-to-back, it came in against a Blazers team that has had a lot of success at home this season. More than that, though, it was a Portland side that is young, energetic, and plays hard. That alone has, typically, been a recipe for struggles for LA. However, they matched the intensity the Blazers played with on Thursday and responded in kind, leading to a tough win. After the game, a very honest Austin Reaves talked about the win and how this year's team is different than previous versions. I think in the past, especially my first 2 years and maybe a little bit my third year, little bit last year, I don't know that we would have won this game, Reaves said. I think in the past, young, athletic teams have played really, really hard. You obviously have to match their physicality and pace, and you have to stay poised through it all. I feel like this year, we've done a really good job of matching that intensity and also playing with IQ as well. I think that's a major leap from what we've done in the past. Mark Williams' agent says center should have been given an opportunity to play for Lakers. Charlotte, North Carolina, AP, the agent for Charlotte Hornets center Mark Williams says the Los Angeles Lakers shouldn't have failed his client's physical examination, a move that ultimately resulted in the trade being rescinded after the deadline. The Hornets agreed to send the 7-foot Williams to the Lakers on February 6 in exchange for Dalton Knecht, Cam Reddish, a 2031 first-round pick and a 2030 pick swap. However, the Lakers wound up failing Williams' physical and the players returned to play for their former teams. The overwhelming sentiment, after conferring with multiple, nationally recognized doctors, is that the Los Angeles Lakers should not have failed Mark Williams on his physical, Williams' agent Jeff Schwartz said Friday in a statement. Mark was ready and able to play for them and should have been given that opportunity. The Lakers declined comment through a team spokesman. In his first game back with the Hornets on Wednesday night, Williams played 29 minutes and scored 10 points and grabbed 9 rebounds in a 100-97 win over the Lakers. Williams, who has struggled with back issues during his 3-year NBA career, has never played in more than 43 games in a season. He's averaging 15.3 points and 9.6 rebounds per game this season. Los Angeles has since moved on from the failed trade, signing center Alex Len. However, the rescinded trade has left players in the awkward position of playing for teams that no longer wanted them. The Hornets had considered taking actions against the Lakers through the league, but never made an official appeal to the league. Williams signed a 4-year, $18 million contract with the Hornets after being selected with the 15th overall pick in the 2022 draft out of Duke. Lakers' LeBron James reveals what motivates him at 40. In his 22nd NBA season, LeBron James's love for basketball remains unwavering. This passion drives him to compete at an elite level, despite the sport's physical demands and his age. James' dedication was on full display during the Los Angeles Lakers' recent road win over the Portland Trail Blazers on the second night of a back-to-back, where James scored a game-high 40 points, adding 8 rebounds and 4 assists. At 40, James made NBA history as the first player to score 40 points in a game twice after turning 40, surpassing Michael Jordan, who achieved this once. He also became the third player with the most games, reaching 1,542, trailing only behind Robert Parrish, 1,611, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 1,560. James, averaging 24.7 points, 8.9 assists, and 7.7 rebounds this season, shared a straightforward yet poignant answer when asked about his motivation to continue playing heavy minutes, especially following back-to-back games and navigating recent foot and ankle discomfort. Because I still love the game and I still got a lot to give to the game, to give to my teammates, to give to this league for while I'm here, James explained. I don't have much time left. So, while I'm here today in this time, I'm going to try to give what I got when I'm out on the floor. So, why? It's the love of the game and I have an opportunity now to show my son the ranks of how to be a professional in this league. And to be along with him every single day, that's a treat. James is also dealing with a foot injury that he knows will need careful management throughout the season and into the postseason. Even with these challenges, his capability to perform at an elite level motivates fans and players. It's gonna be something that we gotta manage for the rest of the season and going into the postseason, James said. But I was happy I was able to get some days off and kind of be around the clock and make sure I was available for tonight. The Lakers continue their process of integrating Luka Doncic alongside James on Saturday when they face the Denver Nuggets. Los Angeles is intrigued by its potential after Doncic is physically in rhythm and comfortable on his new team. LA Lakers fans react to Trey Jemison performance versus Trailblazers, make clear Alex Len point. Luka Doncic sat out the second night of a back-to-back for the LA Lakers, and he was not the only new arrival missing. Alex Len was not a part of the Lakers bench, with Trey Jemison coming into the rotation instead. And he made a useful contribution. Jemison, a free agent addition in January, playing 14 minutes, scoring 6 points and grabbing 4 rebounds. Fans praise Jemison, prefer him to Len. Alex Len has not impressed in LA since he signed with the team after being cut by the Sacramento Kings. The Lakers lost both games Len played, against the Jazz and the Hornets, in which he played 32 minutes combined. With Len not involved and Jemison putting in a useful performance, Lakers fans had a lot to say on social media. Looks like the Alex Len experiment is over. Redick giving minutes to Trey Jemison instead, one wrote. Trey Jemison is literally better than Alex Len, another added. A third demanded, keep Alex Len away from the rotation and keep Jemison there. And a fourth wrote, yeah, I don't want to see Len anymore, Trey Jemison is better. It's crazy how much better Jemison is than Len, like miles better, another added. One is ready to give up on Len already, writing, Alex Len is a waste of a roster spot, sadly. No, it's been 2 games, but I'm ready to call it. Why play Alex Len when we got Jemison tbh? I love his physicality, another noted. Lakers lack depth at center. Alex Len was signed as an emergency option at the center position, with the team beating the Pacers to his signature. And while there was optimism among Lakers fans over his signature, the early signs have not been great. The Lakers' plan was a trade for Mark Williams, which was agreed and then rescinded, and with the trade deadline now passed, the Lakers must scratch around for alternative solutions. Jackson Hayes is currently the team's starting center, contributing 9-7-4 during the 110-102 win at Portland.